Are you clear on what you need to do to improve as a global development leader? You might be if you've already built your leadership development plan. If not, I suspect you've now got lots of ideas, but you haven't decided on a set of aligned developmental objectives and actions. We will now look at leadership development plans as a tool to organise your developmental activities. We'll explore their benefits, what a plan looks like, and some keys to successfully using them. So why build a plan? First, it's a tool to help you focus, organise and steer your developmental activities. It's also an important bridge between knowledge of how to approach leadership challenges with real experiences you can use as practice fields. In other words, it's a way of giving practical effect to the CAS model of leader development and the 70-20-10 rule of leadership development. A plan also helps to communicate what you are doing with people who can help you, such as a mentor. So what does a plan look like? In this course, we have given you a simple leadership development plan template. It starts with a statement of your developmental vision. This is a description of the kind of leader you want to be. You may have a short-term and a long-term vision. It also includes a summary of your personal values, strengths and weaknesses. The main part of the plan consists of a small set of developmental objectives. Each objective has a set of specific actions associated with them. For example, one of your objectives may be to strengthen your transformational leadership ability. In this case, your plan should include a set of actions that describe how you intend to do this. Collectively, those actions should provide you with challenge, feedback and support. Importantly, the plan needs to be a practical, living document that is frequently reviewed and updated as your developmental needs change. Let's explore some keys to successfully building and implementing a leadership development plan. First, avoid the mistake of building a big, cumbersome plan that will probably die young. The easiest way to keep your plan focused is to limit the number of developmental objectives you include. I would recommend starting with 2 or 3. As you make progress on these objectives, you can replace them with new ones. Second, make sure every version of your plan has all 3 elements of challenge, assessment, feedback, and support. In my experience, people often struggle to get frequent feedback on aspects of leadership they are practicing, so I strongly recommend including a well thought out, specific strategy to gather such feedback. Don't avoid it. Third, share your plan with people who could help you, such as a supervisor or mentor. Also try to have frequent conversations about leadership, say monthly. This should act as an accountability mechanism and help you to maintain momentum. Fourth, schedule some time, say 10 minutes in your diary each week, to review your plan and connect it to your day-to-day work. For example, there may be an upcoming meeting that provides a great opportunity to practice an aspect of leadership in your plan. Savvy leaders also use this time to reflect on and learn from the previous week. Fifth, make sure your developmental vision, objectives and actions are aligned. For example, if your vision focuses on being a boundary-spanning leader, your developmental objectives and actions should relate to abilities and opportunities you need to excel in this role. Sixth, try to build on your strengths and address weaknesses. For most people, there is a natural tendency only to do the latter. Working on both is a sensible strategy. Some weaknesses can derail your career and should be addressed. Some strengths will probably be assets that will define your career. Be careful, however, as sometimes strengths can become weaknesses as your situation changes. Next, include some fun stuff. By that I mean some activities that you enjoy doing, perhaps reading a great article or having a mentoring discussion with an inspirational colleague. Taking this approach should help you to build confidence and momentum. If all goes well, you should receive some positive feedback from colleagues, which should encourage you to continue to implement your plan. Finally, include a list of specific day-to-day behaviours you plan to use where relevant. For example, if you're working on communication skills, include a dot point list of the behaviours that you intend to use more frequently. Don't underestimate the significance of relatively minor changes to frequently used leadership behaviours. Professor Erminia Ibarra addressed this topic when she stated, "The only way we grow as leaders is by stretching the limits of who we are. Such growth doesn't require a radical personality makeover. Small changes in the way we carry ourselves, the way we communicate, the way we interact, often make a world of difference in how effectively we lead. I couldn't agree more. In my experience, a good leadership plan is a key that can unlock the potential of learning through experience with feedback from colleagues and support from more experienced people. Good plans squeeze all of the developmental value out of real work experiences without creating much additional work. Put simply, if you carefully plan your approach, it's more likely you will be successful.